So you want to know the skull bones that you can see here. So this is our frontal bone, and you can see that the opening, right? So this would be the frontal sinus. And on the side, then you get into this bone here. So this is, again, this is the sphenoid bone. Okay, then this one by the ear, this is the temporal bone. Okay, and this piece of bone 57, this is really weird, it's a different color, but this is a zygomatic arch, so it's coming out from the temporal bone here. The eye, you can see rectus muscles, but so, and then you have a little lacrimal gland here. So you have the superior rectus, inferior rectus, lateral rectus, medial rectus. You can see the inferior oblique, and you can kind of see the superior oblique, but you can see that nice lacrimal gland. In here, for 78, this is the little piece of the temporal bone that comes down like a little pencil. So this is your styloid process. You can see how like there's muscles attached to it. You don't need to know the muscles, but this is your styloid process. You have your tongue. Under the tongue, you can see a sublingual gland, your salivary gland. Okay. You can have the nasal concha there on the side of the wall. The blood vessels that you can see here, okay, so it's going to be the left common carotid, and up here, don't worry about it. You can actually see it up here. At this point here, it's going to have to be the internal carotid, but this, we'll just call this common carotid, and what runs next to the common carotid is going to be a jugular vein, and here, this one is going to be the, so actually there's two spots, right? This is going to be subclavian, and when the jugular vein comes in, then everything in here is going to be your brachiocephalic vein. Okay. You can see the hyoid bone is here, the thyroid cartilage is here, and the gland that's here is the thyroid gland. Okay, and then you can see a little bit of trachea. If we turn the head here, you're going to have to revisit the muscles that you guys learned. So this is the frontalis muscle, orbicularis oculi. We have the, I actually left out these guys. So you did orbicularis oris, the zygomaticus major, the risorius, and the masseter. And then you have this one. This is the depressor anguli oris, depressor labii inferioris. Here is your parotid salivary gland with the duct that goes in. And you can actually see on this side, you have a little bit of the submandibular gland. So there's all three salivary glands are visible on him. Okay, so the neck muscle that you can see here is going to be the sternocleidomastoid. You can see there's two heads here. So one's going to go to the sternum for the sternal head, and this one's going to be to the clavicle, the clavicular head. This is the omohyoid right there. I'm not sure if that was on there. Okay, so the back of the neck, and then we can stop the video. Okay. So this connective tissue is going to be the galea aponeurotica. Then we get to the cervical vertebrae. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Those are the 7 cervical. You should be able to say, okay, this is C1, this is C2. You can also call it atlas and axis. And that's it for the